Circle mode basically for the quick shots. It's one of the intelligent. Good afternoon YouTube, Chris.l.Tech here. How's it going? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm going to be going over one of the smart shot modes. The smart shot mode I'm going to demonstrate today is circle mode. If you've owned a Phantom 4 Pro or a Mavic, you kind of think of it as point of interest, where it'll orbit around a particular item like yourself or building or whatnot. But it's a much more easier task in which you just kind of select yourself and it'll already know to kind of build a radius around you. I'm going to check out what would happen if I start moving. I find this mode very useful as far as cinematics because you get that kind of hero shot, especially if you can move. And similarly, I'm going to see how far you can go without it losing track of you, meaning what is the widest radius you can have, a bigger radius. So I'll be testing that out. Definitely do keep in mind you need a big radius for this, mainly because it'll be orbiting around me, and if I'm going to be walking too, you definitely need a park to do this. So let's get out there, go test it out, and see what happens. Let's get launched, and on the top left screen here you can make out, hopefully it'll be visible if you can see the aircraft passing by. So we're up and around, and I'm hunting for me. I'm gonna start off at I'm gonna start walking just to make sure that I'm in a decent location in the middle of the park, or making sure I have enough room to maneuver around. So as you can see, I went directly into quick shots, and how it works is you highlight yourself, you draw a box around you, and then now you will just simply select the circle. You tap on it. You can see you can just select part of you, and then this is what should happen. You'll be prompted with what direction you want to go. Use the distance that it sets from you. That's the radius of the circle mode. So you can go right and left. In this case, I went clockwise. And I decided to walk just to see what would happen. It's doing a pretty good job of tracking myself. And then it came to a stop. This told me this, so that was very interesting. So for those of you guys who are looking to do like multiple orbits, this is not it. Basically, you'll just do one loop, and that's all you get when it comes to these smart shots. Now I'm going to go for a different altitude as well as a different radius. Again, guys, I cannot emphasize more than enough that you need a lot of room to fly this position. Okay, so I'm about 25 feet and 75 feet now. So I came back a little bit further just to make sure that I have enough room. And I think it's just gonna do a simple radius. It's about 75 feet from me now. I'm about 20 feet off the ground, and it's moving at a steady 3 feet per second. And again, I'm walking just to see if it'll keep track of me, and it looks like it does a really good job of that. Again, we're gonna run into this issue where it just does one loop. I don't see any I don't see any options. Now I'm at a much lower altitude, but roughly 100 feet from myself, and I'm going to try practicing walking, seeing what happens. Does it really follow me in orbit? It seems to do a really great job of finding where I'm at, but it looks like it's increasing quite a bit to keep up with me. And I just turned around to see what happens, and it lost me. So do keep this in mind. It'll keep orbiting you. I think it's only good in one direction. If you're walking forward, try not to look back. But the great thing is once it loses track, it just stops automatically. I just demonstrated the circle smart shot mode for the DJI Spark. I think this is an awesome cinematic tool for sure, and it's much easier than setting up one of those point of interest. You just kind of select yourself. The fact that it can select you from 100 feet is really good. That means the optics are working really well for this drone. I've had no problems with it. The only problem I'm really having is that not the drone itself, but actual space to fly at. You need quite a bit of space. Even if you're doing the smallest radius, you set the radius basically where you're at. You gotta think, even at the smallest radius, 6 feet or 10 feet, you definitely need some space for it. Just 2 tips in general. One, make sure you have a lot of battery life when you do this, any of these smart shots. I think the CPU tends to eat up a lot of battery, because it's kind of thinking where you're at. It's doing quite a bit of stuff. It's thinking where you're at, its own positioning, focusing on you, and all that good stuff. And tip two, make sure you have a lot of room, not just a little bit, not just like a backyard kind of room, or even a park. Even if you had a park, I think you're still, if it's just a neighborhood park, I think you need a little bit more than that. Maybe, I don't know where you'd use this, maybe on top of a building. I can totally see that, where you're above everything else. Or if you fly high enough and you can connect to you, I think that's also good. Another good option. Just be aware of what's around you, like power lines or trees that you may not be able to see from your vantage point on the ground. As far as cinematically doing a hero shot with this, I think it's gonna be it's a great tool to have. Well, hopefully you guys found that insightful. Thank you guys for tuning in. Leave a comment below on where you guys would use this, or if you guys have flown it, I'd love to see you guys, what you guys have done with it. Leave a comment below, leave a link. If you have a YouTube channel, definitely let me check it out. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. Before I leave, I just want to let you guys know for sure with these modes, be safe, fly safe. Mahalo. Thank you.